Let's get it together, family. Oh, yeah. Hey. We're going to have a good time tonight. Oh, yeah. Hey. Good evening, Ashley Hawkins. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Good stuff. You gotta have a little fun every now and again, you know what I'm saying? Good evening, Jermaine Anderson. Thank you, kind sir. Oh, yeah. Woo! You gotta just groove and relax every now and again. Put all your worries behind you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. And let's get into the discussion, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is the day before the best day of the week, which is Friday. This is Financial Literacy 101. I'm your host, a.k.a. Ray Ross, a.k.a. Ross World. Now, before we get into things, you know, I want everybody to go over to the Black Post. I've been promoting that site pretty much all week. I'm going to do that for primarily this week and next week. So you guys get information. If you guys are on board with Tariq Nasheed, the African Diaspora channel, Dr. Boyce Watkins, as well as the Black Authority with Jason Black, that is a good channel for you guys to go ahead and subscribe to. I thank you for tuning in to me as well as the Black Post. So again, that website, I'm just going to post it for you guys again. Go over to the Black Post. Unfortunately, there's another channel called the Black Post. But this particular one that I'm posting inside the chat is the one that you need to be familiar with. I believe it's great content. I love their two first videos. One is the Black Boule. The Black Boule plays a pivotal role in the United States when it comes to powerful and influential Black Americans. And then the second one is called Hold the Vote Until Tangibles Arrive. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. Let's support this channel so we can stay rocking and rolling, because I'm trying to give you those particular subjects and topics that is going to absolutely bring wealth to your household, bring wealth to your being. Okay, so let's get into it. I talked to a couple of my millionaire friends today. And unfortunately, you know, I'm going to tell you something about millionaires. They're very peculiar people. They're very different people. I don't know if they metamorphosize into something as they obtain money. But I remember one of them telling me, hey, man, don't let people know that you're not a millionaire, but you teach them millionaire stuff. And I was like, well, I'm a realist. And on my way to success, on my way to gaining, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank, millions of dollars in the bank, I want to take people with me. Okay. So a lot of times what we need to understand about millionaire ladies and gentlemen is that they absolutely work hard to be where they are today. Don't let anyone tell you that millionaires don't work hard or they didn't work hard to get to their work. Now, granted, with some exceptions of people who have generational wealth, unfortunately, there's a large proportion of those people. And then people who hit the lottery. Let's not count those people. But millionaires who started from the ground up, do you know how much they work a day? They work anywhere from 14 hours to roughly around 18 hours a day. That's how much a millionaire works. Now, prior to them being a millionaire, this is how much they work. And you guys have to stay on the ground. And believe me, let's be realistic about this. It's not easy. It's not easy working that much, that long a day. It really isn't. And some people, when they think of a millionaire, you just think that you have this unlimited amount of money that you can just go blow, that you can just go have fun with, that you can go travel with, that you can buy anything you want. That is not how millionaires think. That is not how millionaires act. Now, granted, when we're talking about something that's more personal to us culturally, we start to think about entertainers and athletes, how they blow money. Now, as they get a little bit older, as they get a little bit more seasoned, as they become indoctrinated in business, they understand that investing and buying more businesses, they accumulate more wealth. They accumulate more money. Because at the end of the day, having a large sum of money is doing what? It gives you freedom in the world. It gives you freedom in the world, right? Because we need to understand that why are we saving and investing, raising our credit score? I'm going to take a moment back real quick. Because I think that we need to really talk about the point of raising our credit score, because some of you may not understand that, you know, when we get really into raising our credit score, your credit score is a tool for you to basically gain more debt. And I'm not opposed to it because there is a form of good debt and bad debt. And millionaires that, you know, who have arrived essentially have cracked the code. They have cracked the code of being a millionaire. They have. And I appreciate that, Ashley Hawkins. Go and check out their website, The Black Post. Really, really good information. I went on their site the other day. They have 2 videos posted. But millionaires have really cracked the code because they have a great work ethic and they know when and where to invest. And granted, some of the things that they may not essentially tell you is that they have made a lot of bad decisions. Okay, they've made a lot of bad decisions that they may not even tell you. Okay, that they may not even tell you. And that's essential to your well-being because you want to know, first and foremost, if you want to be wealthy, if you want to be rich, if you want to not worry about bills, stop thinking that there's some sort of program, that there's some sort of system, that there's some sort of course that's going to teach you to get rich quick. Let me tell you something. First and foremost, it will always be your hard work. It will always be your hard work, regardless of what anybody tells you. I've seen plenty of things on Facebook, on Instagram, on the internet, on YouTube, telling people, oh, if you just do this Amazon, if you just do this Alibaba, if you just do this day trading, if you just do this, they build up programs. Now, granted, they may have figured out a way how to make really good money doing what they're doing. Why would they teach you their secrets? Ask yourself that question. Why will they teach you their secrets? It's because they're trying to peddle, they're trying to sell you on a program, on a project, on a system that they created that they believe will possibly gain a couple of you money. Now, I've been part of pyramid schemes. I've been swindled. I've been scammed. I've been done wrong. But the number one thing, some of you are starting your own business. Some of you are working hard in your job to be recognized. Whatever avenue, whatever method, whatever path that you go on, the number one key to your success is hard work. It's hard work. There's no other way. There's no other way other than that than your hard work. So some of the things that you have to understand that millionaires actually do that you may not be is that millionaires starting off, and some of them in their millionaire stage, they're frugal. Are you frugal? Ask yourself that question. Cheap and frugal are different. Cheap is you go out, like take for instance, you want a couch. You go out and you're like, I want a black couch, so I'm going out to find the cheapest black couch that I can find. Frugal is you have a couch in mind and you want to buy the best quality couch at the lowest price. Frugal, not cheap. Because cheap is the type of couch that you lay on and it fall apart. But most millionaires are very, very frugal people. So the question you have to ask yourself, are you frugal? Another question is about your home that you live in, the house. How do you keep your house prices low? How do you do that? That's my question to you. How do you keep your house prices low? Are you the type of person that go in and out of a room and keep your lights on? You're not frugal. You're not keeping your house prices low. Did you do the due diligence of researching and lowering your credit score to get the cheapest amount of interest on the loan that you have for your home? So you're not paying a lot for that particular loan. Are you doing those particular things? Because that's a question that you have to ask yourself. That is the question that you have to ask yourself. See, we think again that there's some sort of quick, rich scheme that all of us can do to be rich. Let me burst your bubble. Let me pop your circle. I don't have any more than that. But let me just tell you this. You have to work really, really fucking hard. You do. You have to work fucking hard. It's not easy trying to achieve a certain goal. And here's the thing. Let me tell you something about being or achieving or leading up to being a millionaire. If you are a millionaire and you spend $1, what are you now? You're no longer a millionaire. The point I'm making with this particular analogy is that you have to continue to bring in income, to bring in revenue, to bring in capital to keep yourself a millionaire. If you believe that when people save, invest, or buy businesses or create a product or invent something that they stop, then you are absolutely wrong. They have to keep in their money. And let me tell you this secret that's really not a secret. Most millionaires save a lot of their income. Yes. They save a buttload of their income. They absolutely do. And see, I know a lot of you don't want to do that. You have a list. You have a shopping list of all the things that you want to buy. And my question to you, my friend, is do you by any stretch or imagine of the word have a list of how much you're going to save? Have a list of how much you're going to invest? Have a list of what you're going to do with your money once you save it? See, if you're just saving to save, then you're going to end up spending that money on very frivolous things, very stupid ass things. You need to have a plan when you're saving X amount of dollars of what you're going to do with that money. Tonight, you're going to find out that the things that I tell you is not something that you didn't already know. Don't you hate when people tell you shit that you already know? Don't you hate that? You're like, I already knew that. I don't even know why I'm watching your live spree. You know why? Because every now and again, even me, I need somebody to kick me in the ass. I need somebody to say, Ray, you're not doing what you were set out to do. You're a month, you're a year, you're about 5 years behind your success. Let me tell you this, a buddy of mine, I had him on a show. He's a millionaire. I actually showed his entire home. And he said, I talked to you a couple of, I think it was about 4 or 5 months before I saw him again. I went over his home. He said, I talked to you and we talked about you buying property. And you told me how you were actually interested in doing something like that and you haven't bought any property. You got the money or you have the credit to go out and get a loan to actually buy that property. A lot of you may not have the liquid cash, but you have the credit to go get a business loan, to go buy a business, to invent a product, to increase production in your business, to innovate a system that you already have. What is stopping you for greatness? What is stopping you from achieving the highest point, the pinnacle of your success? What is stopping you? Now, the one thing I've been telling people from the dawn of time is that the one thing that you need to have is what? Some of you who've been a part of this channel for a while, you know what I'm going to say. You need a budget. And the reason why I want to keep driving that point home is because if you don't have a budget, you're not even starting to be a fucking millionaire. You don't even know how much money you have. You don't know how much money is going out and you don't know how much money is coming in. How the hell are you going to be successful? How the hell are you going to be 100,000 there? How the hell are you going to be a millionaire? I'm waiting. I'll wait. I'm not drinking $200 scotch because I like $200 scotch. I'm drinking $200 scotch because I like $200 scotch and I can afford $200 scotch. So the question for you is, what are you doing with your finances in order to afford the things that you like? This is Balvenie, is it 21? I forgot. I forgot. That's not the point though. You came on here for information, but I hope I give you more than just information. I hope that I give you motivation. And again, you're going to see the black post in the chat room family. You're going to see the black post in the chat room family. I encourage everybody to go over and to subscribe to that channel. Great information. But listen, I really want to jab you in your esophagus. I want to jab you in your throat. I want to jab you in your Adam's apple about having a budget. If you don't have a budget, then why the fuck are you on here anyway? Now, I have another shirt. It's a blue shirt. It says, My Money Makes Money. These are my apparel. You can check in the description if you want any of these shirts. And on the back of that shirt, it has side hustle. And I tell people, I have sold DVDs. I have sold shades. It's imperative that you have a side hustle. See, when I was in the military, I was selling DVDs. When I was in Amazon, I was selling t-shirts. And now that I created my own business, you can go over to rossworldfinancial.com. That is rossworldfinancial.com. I still have side hustles because I need money coming in. I need money coming in. If you're new to this live thing, if you're new to my channel, I advise you to catch me every morning between 8:30 and 9:30. Okay, I come on any time between that time Central, and I do a stock review because I understand that information is powerful. What is your side hustle? What are you doing on the side that's actually going to bring you in money? Well, let me tell you this too. The number one thing that I actually do is if I'm not investing in actual hardcore property, I'm investing into REITs. Okay? I am investing into REITs, real estate. I'm investing into real estate. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Because we need to understand that you have to do a couple of things to be successful in America. Because if some of you believe that the government is going to give you a free check, then you are absolutely wrong. You are 1,000% wrong. You have to do things that is going to be profitable for you. And hopefully, I'm not preaching to the choir. So real estate is another way that you can actually increase the money that you have coming in. When it comes to investments, I'm going to stand by this. I'm going to stand by this statement that I invest in index and ETF funds, exchange traded funds. Now, every morning, like I told you, Monday through Friday, I do a stock review. Now, I know was it Labor Day coming up, guys? We have Labor Day coming up. I may take a day off Monday because of the labor and because of the day. I'm corny, but anyway, I know. Chuckle at home. But anyway, Monday through Friday, I do a stock review, but I told everybody that a lot of my money, a lot of my capital is in index and ETFs funds because they are low cost. Now, if you're saying that you are in mutual funds, get out of mutual funds. I want you to look at the cost of operating a mutual fund. I do. Mutual funds are very, very expensive. They have a lot of hidden costs that a lot of you don't understand. But when we're talking about index funds, which one of the pioneers of index funds was Jack Bogle out of Vanguard. Index funds and ET funds have what they call expense ratios. They're very, very low. They don't cost you no more than 1%. But if you contact and, I'm about to do it. I got to do it. Do it. I'm trying to convince myself. Listen, your 401k, your IRA, I'm sorry to tell you that the company that you work for, the organization that you work for, they are in bed with your 401 company. They are in bed with your IRA company, and they're shaving money off your 401k. There are a lot of hidden costs with your 401k. And for those of you who don't have a 401k, check out America's Best 401k. I'm not affiliated. I'm not associated. I'm not getting paid. I am just giving you the information that I believe will help you. Check out America's Best 401k. They have very low fees and they don't have any hidden cost. But I promise you, whether you on a 401k or 403b, those people who are in the medical profession, I promise you, 99% of you are paying some sort of hidden fee, commission fee, activation fee, or your taxes are high. Because what we need to understand is 401ks, what's the other one? 401ks, mutual funds are actively managed accounts. They're not like index funds. They're not like ETFs where they have low taxes. And see, when some of you do your taxes, and you put it all in your investments. You put all your 401ks inside of it. And the one thing you're asking yourself, you're saying, why do I have to pay taxes each year? And the question I have for you, did you invest? Did you start your 401k? Do you have a traditional IRA? Because we understand that, in my opinion, the Roth IRA is the best because it's gonna already pay your taxes. But that's a question that you need to ask yourself. That is the question that you need to ask yourself. Because if you're not asking yourself that question, then you're not fully involved in your finances. Now, some of you are tremendous parents. You are in every endeavor, in every facet of your young man and woman, young boy, young girl life. The question I have for you, do you dive in? Do you research? Do you divulge yourself inside of your own finances like you do their life? Because we have to understand that finances are your life. Let me tell you what I hate, family. What I hate, family, is when people tell me, money isn't everything. I hate when people always talk about money. Then, motherfucker, why are you? Let me digress. People will tell you all the things that they want, all the things that they want to do, but the one thing they don't want to do is talk about money. I want you to think about that. Men and women, when you go on a date, most times if a male is chivalrous, he's going to pay for the date. Men and women, I want you to do one question on your date and see how it goes from that point on. I want you to test a theory out of mine. I want you to ask your date, what's your credit score? Do you own a business? See, what we do on these dates, it don't matter if you're 20, it don't matter if you're 30, it don't matter if you're 40. You're asking silly shit. What's your favorite color? Where are you from? Wait a minute, are we in grade school? We're asking people what's their favorite color? I know. You're trying to get familiar with the person. I'm not harping on that. But what if you asked a man, you asked a lady on the first date, and you decided based upon their financials, and granted, I am not saying that should be a deal breaker. I'm not saying you should throw in the towel because that man, that lady said, my credit score is 500. I'm not saying that. But why is everybody secretive about their finances? Where everybody know about your finances than you. I encourage you, if you don't know how to invest or you are a novice investor, join me every morning, Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 9:30 Central so you can learn about stocks and so you can start investing. Let me tell you something else that millionaires do. That I know I'm going to lose a few people. I know I'm going to lose a few viewers because you guys hate this. I used to do these videos all the time like clockwork. I used to do them all the time. They research, they read, and they study. I'm going to say it again. They read, they study, and they research. How do you think I give you all this information? There are some things in life I figured out, but I study, I read, and I research. If you are on social media all day, there's no fucking way that you're reading. There's no fucking way that you're studying. And if my language offends you, then I'm just going to ask you to go ahead and grow the fuck up. Because you have heard worse. Because sometimes, every now and again, you need a kick in the ass, don't you? You need to kick in the ass. Like right here, right? I love this book. And I have my Power Normers book coming and the whole Dr. Claude Anderson's book coming. But what this brother has done is actually phenomenal. Even my bookmarks, okay, is about great prominent people that have changed my life. But what I love about this book, let me show you something really quickly. And I just want to let you know as a disclaimer that everything that I show you is about money. You may not think it is, but what does that say right there, family? Why Indians were not enslaved. Let me tell you, I just want to let you know because I don't want to give away too much information. What about this? A global ranking of oppression based on skin color. This is about money, family, and that's what you need to understand. Why blacks cannot emulate immigrants. Let me talk about that very, very quickly. Because a lot of people don't understand when you have your black brothers and sisters out of Africa, out of the Caribbean, what they fail to tell you that they've grown a business in 3 to 5 years and you've been over here your entire life and you can't start a business because they are not foundational black Americans. They get credit. They get grants. They get to live up to 2 years free off the system. Now, granted, they have to pay some of that money back. But when you come over here, 2 people, 4 people, 6 people living in the same area and you got grant money and you go out and you save your money, they get to start businesses and they start to make great money. So I don't have anything against my brothers and sisters because quite frankly, I'm a Pan-Africanist. Wow, I can't even say it. I'm too much damn scotch. But the point I'm making is I want to connect with my brothers and sisters. But what occurs is they somehow become coons. I said it. Kumbaya, my Lord, kumbaya. And they think that we're lazy. It's not that we're lazy. It's that we are under a system of systematic racism and oppression. Talking about millionaire, but this conversation can go so anywhere else. And the one thing that you need to understand is that millionaires, they put a lot of time and energy in personal growth. Yes, they do. Personal growth. Personal growth. How are you growing as a person? Are you reading? Are you having different experiences? What are you doing with your time? I'm going to read some of your comments here, and then I'm going to move on to the next topic. But I really want to put that information out there for you guys. We have Ashley Hawkins in the room. Thank you. Thank you for joining me this evening. Jermaine Anderson, good evening, sir. Good evening. We have Roger. Good evening from Morocco. We have one of our African brothers in here. Thank you for joining us this evening. Ashley Hawkins says, are you going to the FBA 20? Listen, I got the website up. We got Tariq Nasheed. We got Dr. Boyce Watkins. We got 2 other prevalent speakers in that. I'm actually thinking about going. I know that it's on September 19th. Okay, September 19th in Atlanta, Georgia. See that? You can't even stump me. I'm real. And that's why I want you guys to check out this website. I'm going to put it in the chat again because this channel is also for foundational Black Americans. And I just would say go over and support that channel and subscribe. Right now they have 2 videos, but those 2 videos, they're very, very informational. Okay, very, very informational. Give you information that you never knew. All right, who else do we have in the chat? We have David D. Crowder. Thank you, kind sir. We have Pharaoh Merritt. He says, soaking all this knowledge in like a sponge. Well, thank you, great sir. I appreciate that. David D. Crowder says, I'm trying to do my side hustle, like doing art, drawing photos of people. Hey, brother, listen, I have my email in the description. Go ahead and contact me. Let me see some of your work, okay? I will promote your work absolutely free. If anybody knows me, the only way I make money is when people go to rossworldfinancial.com. That is rossworldfinancial.com. And I do coaching. I do coaching. I teach people how to get out of debt, how to make a budget, how to raise their credit score, and how to invest and own businesses, okay? So that's what we need to understand. Let's see what else we have in the room. We have Nolan Baptiste on his job. Again, I can't thank you enough, Nolan. I cannot thank you enough. Ashley Hawkins says, yay, I started talking about money. They scatter like roaches. You know what, family? I'm going to make it personal. Whether we have some of our white brothers and sisters in the room, our Asian brothers and sisters, our Hispanic brothers and sisters. And when I call people that are a different color and different race, when I'm talking about brothers and sisters, that we all looking out for our best interests. And we're not talking about racism. We're talking about that this race is better than the other race. We're talking about money. So you guys in the money game is our brothers and sisters. And sometimes, most times I'm on code. But when it comes to money, if people want to listen to my perspective, then I don't freaking care. But I just want to let you know, I'm here to teach Black people about finances. But nonetheless, I feel like when I'm talking to Black people sometimes and I start talking about money, the conversation changes. Like, why in the hell don't you guys want to talk about money? You don't got any money. Why don't you want to talk about money? You don't have any goddamn money. I tell them stuff like, won't you write notes in your notebook? Why you don't write stuff on your sticky notes? Why you don't read books that's going to give you information to transform your life? Ashley Hawkins, you are absolutely right, sister. They scatter like cockroaches. Big Uzi, what up, man? What up, Big Uzi? Ashley Hawkins says, I learned to hustle moving money around from my father, but I learned how to build wealth from whites. I can say so much right there, Ashley. I can say so much. I'm going to leave it alone. What else? Let me tell you something else about millionaires. Millionaires don't sleep like the rest of us sleep. You know how the National Health Organization, they tell you, oh, you need 7 to 9 hours of sleep. 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Millionaires sleep like 4 or 5 hours a night. They're working their butt off for their life that they have, for the clothes on their back, for the houses that they have, for the cars they drive or get driven in, for the jets that they get piloted in, for the vacations they take. They sleep less than everybody else. They absolutely do. They sleep less than everybody else. They don't get the same rest that you and I get. But somehow they don't have bags under their eye. I wonder. I don't know. Maybe they just got the money. Guess what else they do? Now, I told people this a long time ago that millionaires, they think more than everybody else. They think. They innovate right here in their brain. Some of you have the biggest asset on between both of your shoulders. It's called your head. It's called your mind. I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know, but I want to put perspective. I want to put context. I want to deconstruct what you already know. Every day, at least 5 minutes, I meditate. Even my lady doesn't know this. I meditate. She knows that I meditate, but she don't know when. Sometimes I'm just sitting on a couch, just thinking. What should I say on a video? What should I do in business? How to be more creative? How to reach more people? Because people is where the money is. If you think of a product, if you think of an invention, if you think of an innovation, if you think of a process, how do people relate to that? See, the reason why you have info commercials, AKA informational commercials, is because when somebody comes up with a product, take for instance the New Wave. I have a New Wave, very old product. The first thing that somebody has to do when you come up with an invention is to teach you that invention and what it does. So whatever you may be into, if you're a creator, if you a technical, electrical engineer, and you're trying to create something, the first question for you is, how do I educate the people on this new product? Or you are innovating a product that already exists. That is a question that you should be asking. But millionaires think more than most people. They think more than most people. And if you're just thinking about the different ways that you can go on vacation, the different ways that you can spend, the different Jordans that you can wear. Now, I have a couple of buddies. They absolutely love the Jordan brand. But one of those friends love to invest. See, I'm not telling you that you can't have the things that you love the most, because you can. But the question is this: what are you doing with your money? What are you doing with your crowd? Now, I want you guys to stay with me on this. When you see a millionaire, you kind of know that they're a millionaire, or you think they're weird. That's the thing. Millionaires don't follow the crowd. Millionaire is that dude, he might have a dark blue, dark gray, dark black suit on, but he got dolphins in the pinstripes. You're like, what the fuck? Millionaire. I'm not saying every millionaire with dolphins in their pinstripes are millionaire. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that millionaires are very peculiar people. They're very different people. They're very strange people because they don't think like normal people. If you are normal, most times your ass is broke. Most times you're below the poverty line if you are normal, because you just want to fit in with the crowd. I'm like everybody else. Everybody else going to vote for Joe Biden, and so will I. I don't care if Joe Biden put most black men in jail because of the mass incarceration bill, the 1994. Did I go off on a tangent and totally stop talking about millionaires? Hey, if you want to vote, go ahead and vote. I'm not voting until they come up with a resource plan for foundational Black Americans. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. I am not trying to persuade anybody. But like Ice Cube said, on a matter of fact, and again, I like to promote other channels, Ice Cube and Dr. Boyce Watkins are going to be talking tomorrow at 3 p.m. I don't know if that's Eastern or Central time, but look out for that. And they're going to talk about reparations. And they said it, no vote until reparations. I've been saying it forever. Until somebody give black people their reparations. And that's why you need to go over to the Black Post, because the Black Post is saying hold the vote until reparations arrive. And I put the website in there again. So if any of you go ahead and pop up that website, I just put the link in the chat room. Go over there and just subscribe and look at those videos. Very, very good information. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, people. Go and give it a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and put B1 in the chat. B1 in the chat. I'm going to put B1 in the chat. If you guys can go ahead and mirror that. B1 in the chat. That's Black First. We're talking about empowerment. We're talking about being a millionaire. Let me tell you what millionaires also do that some of you may not think that's profitable. They ask for feedback. They ask their peers, they ask their mentors, they ask their subordinates, what could I have done better? Haven't you guys got like random surveys from companies you have done businesses, companies you have bought things from? They ask you, can you give us a survey? Can you give us a feedback? Because those companies are trying to build wealth and they're trying to find out what the people want. So they want feedback to become better. And see, hopefully if some of you are writing this down, that way you can too become successful. Even if you don't become a millionaire, what if you have hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank account? You need feedback to see where you are and also to be where you can be. I was about to say to be all you can be in the army. But nonetheless, that's important information. Let me give you another attribute, another characteristic, another tool that millionaires have. They are resilient. They persevere. They work through all their issues and problems. See, when Jeff Bezos' wife divorced him, what a lot of people don't know, a lot of people drug Jeff Bezos through the ground. He didn't care about all that because his wife already knew he was dating this other woman. And the deal of giving her, 80-something billion dollars, that was already in the works. Jeff Bezos is worth $200 billion. He is the richest man in the world. Now, he is not the richest man to ever live. We understand that Mansa Musa out of Mali, Africa, is the richest man that ever lived, which was a dark-skinned gentleman, a dark-skinned black African. And he had so much money, he just was giving it away. And just for a side note, I want you guys to research this because I just think that it's interesting. Did you know that the first Irish people, you know where I'm going, right? That the first Irish people were black. Side note. That's a side note. Because I know this is going to rile people up. Like the first Irish people were black. With shimmery crickets. There were actually black people, very short black people. Let me tell you this too about millionaires. They prioritize their relationship. Now, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Excuse me about that, family. Let me tell you this. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be very transparent with you guys. And a lot of you can relate to this. Relationships, sex ran my life. It ran my life. I could be working on a project. I could be writing down notes. I could be critically thinking. I could be working through a problem. If a girl will call me and say, hey, what are you doing tonight? Oh, nothing. I'm just chilling. I'm working. But no, I would tell her, right? This goes for men and women, not just men. Oh, no, I ain't doing nothing. You want to come through? Yeah. What time you want me to come through? You have to prioritize your relationships. You have to prioritize what you got going on in life. What's more important to you? Success or punani? Success or the ding-a-ling? Success or that WAP, that W-A-P, that wet ass pussy? And for the people who swing the other way, what's more important to you? Is it that wob, that's wet ass pussy? What are your priorities? That's what you have to understand. What are your priorities? What are your priorities? Your very pigment, your very melanin, your very Afrocentric descendancy, your very Afrocentric color, your lips, your nose. Black is wealth. Now, for my non-Afrocentric people, give me a moment. Let me talk about my people really quickly. We are beautiful just the way we are. Sisters, I love your hair just the way it is, natural. We are passionate, powerful people. Let me give you one piece of advice. Everybody else knows that Black people are very passionate, which equals that we can be very emotional. Stop letting people get inside your skin, get inside your psyche, get inside your emotions and control you like a puppy dog, control you like a puppet. Learn how to harness, learn how to control your emotions. You can be passionate all you want. You can be passionate every single day, but don't let nobody persuade you, control you by your emotions. You have to know that you are a very powerful people. Prioritize your relationships. Here's one thing that a lot of us don't tend to do. We don't practice consistency. Are we consistent? See, I told you every morning, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 9:30, I give a stock review, and I try to do my best in those stock review. But before that stock review, guess what I have to do, family? I have to practice. I have to research to give you the information that you're coming to look for on this channel so you can make solid investment. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, I encourage you to subscribe because I'm passionate about my shit. I'm passionate. If anybody know, like Ashley Hawkins, Nolan Baptiste, Clan Killer, everybody who's been on this channel, you understand that this brother over here is passionate about giving you the information that you need and want. So let's go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let's bring other people into the chat room, other people inside the discussion so they get the same information. I've ignored you enough. Let's see some of my comments here. Ashley Hawkins says black is wealth. She also says well, wealth is in the land. Big Uzi says, yeah, know that about the average. You knew that about the average. That's good information, brother. Ashley Hawkins says your close circle is important. And then Jake Thorne is we're black, old news, LOL. So we're the first Indians. Thank you for that. And that came from Jessica Butler. Some of you I'm saying for the very first time, I thank you for joining this live cast here. Go ahead and give this channel a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. And Jake Thorne, I agree with you. He said it's old news. You're right. And we were some of the first Native Americans. You are absolutely right. But that's another topic for another discussion. Brother, we can get so entwined with that information. And that's why I want some of you to go over to that site I just posted inside the chat called The Black Post, because that's going to reveal a lot of information. Right now they have 2 videos, but I like those 2 videos. And thank you, Jessica. Consistency. Do you guys have consistency with your attainment of being successful? Rich people are also more conscientious. They are. They are. So I want to know this. I want everybody, if you can, I know a lot of you like to just sit back and get the information, but I want some of you, most of you, to actually be present in this presentation. I have a question to ask you guys. What is the one thing that you do every day that you consider hard work? Can some of you tell me in the chat room? Can some of you tell me in the chat room, name one thing that you consider every day hard work? And I'm not talking about going to the gym. I'm not talking about your hot yoga class. Name one thing that you do every single day that you can consider hard work. Go ahead. Anybody, somebody. Because I can name a couple of things for myself, but I don't think that's profitable. I don't think I'm going to drive the point across to you guys if you don't know what you do each and every day. That's hard work. See, let me tell you something that you guys may not think is hard work, because you're probably thinking physical. Let me tell you what most people don't do nowadays, especially your kids, especially your loved ones and your family, and especially your friends. This is hard work. Reading. I'm not going to lie to you. Reading is hard work because I have so many distractions. I have so many responsibilities that the number one excuse I can give all of you guys is that I don't have time to read. So it's hard sitting down and reading. So I make it a point to read. Don't give yourself excuses. Don't give nobody excuses. Like, why didn't you read at least 30 minutes a day? Oh, I didn't have the time. Bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You telling me you don't have 30 minutes a day where I saw you watching your favorite show for 2 hours. I saw you watching your favorite show for an hour. I saw you for 30 minutes on Amazon looking for something to buy, looking for sheets, looking for cosmetic products, looking for shoes, looking for junk food on Whole Food Fresh, whatever the case may be. That is what I call absolutely, positively, 100% undeniable bullshit. I want you guys to be successful, and I want you guys to be rich in your own right. To be rich in your own right, you don't have to be a millionaire or billionaire. You can have a couple of thousand, you can have money coming in every month and be absolutely comfortable, and that's okay. This is a wealth channel, and wealth comes in many different forms. So I encourage you, family, to take heed to what I say. And last but not least, I advise you guys to go over to the Black Post channel and subscribe and look at the 2 videos. I heard more information will be coming out. I think they're going to have another video out this weekend. I encourage you guys to do better, to learn better, to study, to research, to read. Have consistency. Be frugal. Learn how to sacrifice. This is Financial Literacy 101. And Jake Thorne, index funds all the way to Black wealth, and you are absolutely right, but there's other ways. I also teach option trading, and option trading is absolutely phenomenal. But check me out every morning, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 9:30 Central, where I will give you a stock review. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. And Nolan Baptiste, thank you, kind sir. I appreciate all your hard work. Check out the Black Post, B1 Battalion, B1 Brigade, B1 Company, B1 Squad. I'm out.